schools are set to enact their sweeping ban on cell phones and other smart devices in the classroom. The ban restricts the use of phones, smartwatches, and earbuds in the classroom with exceptions for emergencies, health reasons, and learning assistance. Dr. Daniel Amen is a psychiatrist, the founder of Amen Clinics, and the author of Raising Mentally Strong Kids, and he joins me now. Doctor, good morning to you. Great to see you. So is banning cell phones in school the right thing to do?
It is the right thing to do. We have unleashed this technology on developing brains, and it's hurting a whole generation of people. Kids are constantly distracted, and Amen Clinics have 11 clinics around the United States. We see that this technology is changing children's brains. It's decreasing activity in the prefrontal cortex involved in focus, forethought, judgment, impulse control, and through something called dopamine dumping. It's actually wearing out their pleasure centers, and we're in the middle of a mental health crisis we have never seen before in history.
Yeah, and this ban is also helpful, Doctor, for teachers because it's a hard and fast rule. So the teachers don't have to be fighting with the kids and saying, you got to put your phones down. But that fight does happen at home with parents, and it's a challenge for a lot of them. So what advice do you give moms and dads who are fighting that battle with their kids right now?
Well, I think delay giving them smartphones until they're 15 or 16. And I know people think that's crazy, but what's happening in our society is awful. I remember when my grandson was a year old and his parents gave him a smartphone. It's all he wanted.
Yeah.
Whenever I'd come over, it's like, Papa, phone, phone, phone. And you could just see the addictive nature of them, which is how they were created. They want mind share. But we don't want that for our children because, so that companies can make money, we're stealing their mental and brain health.
Yeah, well, you wrote a book titled Raising Mentally Strong Kids. There are a lot of parents watching right now before their kids wake up and go to school who are wondering that very question, how do I raise a mentally strong child? So what are your top tips for parents out there?
Well, bonding is the first thing. If you have a good relationship with your child, they tend to pick your values. And so often, not only the children stuck in their phones, the parents are stuck in their phones. And so there's an exercise in the book, 20 minutes a day, do something with your child wants to do. And during that time, no commands, no questions, no phones, no directions. It's just amazing. And just think about it, when you were a child, the one thing you craved, if your parents were reasonable people, was your parents. And so time, actual physical time, listening. And then the other thing I talk about is don't do too much. When your child says, I'm bored, go.
Okay, yeah, it's okay to be bored sometimes. Yeah, exactly. You figure out how to use your brain so that you are no longer bored and you don't have to sit in front of the TV or the cell phone as well. Doctor, great advice. You also give a lot of great advice on Instagram and social media, so I encourage all parents out there to follow you on those platforms as well, outside of using your cell phone in front of your child in the privacy of your own room. Doctor, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thanks, Carly.
You're very welcome.